Ukraine hitting Russia with U.S.-made missiles, Vladimir Putin unveiling this new nuclear doctrine. So let's bring Doug Flynn in. Flynn Zito Capital Management. The market overseas was down a decent amount when I woke up this morning. Thought our market would be affected by all of this as well, but not too much at the end of the day. What's going on?
Yeah, it actually did open up a little bit lower, but things kind of settle in, and that has it's a pretty typical way when you hear of these escalations and things that can happen overseas. So the market's just digesting the news and realizing that those are just basically short-term issues right now.
Yeah, unless, well, they become bigger issues. As we were talking about earlier with Glenn, it's like, yes. That is a headline that could rattle people if you look at Putin's what he said technically is that, because of what Ukraine's doing, I could use my nukes. And obviously that's probably why investors got rattled. We haven't seen anything close to that, so they calmed down for now. In the market, in terms of numbers for companies, I thought, Walmart is kind of sometimes a good gauge of where we are, right? American consumers, you see the stock up today. So that pretty good numbers, right? What about Walmart?
Yeah, the consumer is still there. I mean, I like stocks that are off their high a little bit, as this still is a little bit off its high. But if it's right at the high, you have to, even though there's some good growth there still, you have to think about the fact that as in the new administration with more onshoring, perhaps that's going to be a positive to companies like this that do the vast majority of their business inside the United States. They do have a global footprint, of course, but those are the kinds of things that you want to look at. And the consumer's still holding up really well. So that feeds into Walmart continuing to do well.
Well, it is kind of an interesting angle to it all, because we talk so much about companies that might move back here, but you have a dominant U.S. company, not that it doesn't have an international business, but Walmart is a U.S. company, so that might be the company that is favored in this new administration. Finally, what about tech? Nvidia was one of the stocks, I think, when I saw earlier, that was doing pretty well today. They have earnings tomorrow. There you see the gains for the stock today. Still a high flyer in the future, like it's been in the past?
Yes, I mean, it's going to be hard to replicate a move from, we talk about it 5 years ago, investing $10,000 we worth over $250,000 today. So it would be hard to repeat that 5 years from now. But the growth is still there because AI is still strong, and that's still going to make a lot of inroads. There's a lot going on with the DOJ and the change of administration, all the things that they're firing at all the tech companies, Biden's administration on the way out the door, if you will. But it's all about the fact that in the end, this is American innovation, and those are the things that you want to see coming, in the next couple of years.
All right, thank you, Doug. We'll check the closing numbers in whenever it is.